How's it going, YouTube? Tyler the Semi Mechanic here, guys. Wanted to bring you guys a quick tour of my service truck, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I figured I'd make this video before I move on to my next employer. It is actually my last week here with Averitt Express. I work on both tractors and trailers. Primarily, I work on Volvo day cab semis and dry van trailers. Now, I have pulled a lot of my tools out that I had because I had it fully stocked. And then after I dropped my resignation, they tried somebody else out for the position, and he quit after the first day. So I had to load. I kind of consolidated my stuff and loaded it back up. Show you what we got. So my service truck is this immaculate piece of shit Isuzu. It was given to me about 150 something thousand miles. It breaks down about every week. I'm ready to be done with this truck. So the cab, real basic, suicide cab as I call it. I got my laptop right there. I got my Wi-Fi cradle up there, my phone mount, my ratchet strapped computer mount that I had to buy with my own money because they bought me a laptop and told me to put it in a bag, and that was just how it was going to be, and I didn't feel that was acceptable, so I bought my own mount that they didn't reimburse me for, so I'll be taking that with me when I leave. Mount works great. You can get it off Amazon. It's called like the milk crate mount. It's about the most expensive milk crate you're gonna buy. I think I paid like $180 for it. It works great for this setup. No complaints with the mount whatsoever. Nice lift gate. The hydraulic cylinder leaks a lot, so I have to constantly put hydraulic fluid in it. Over here we got our air compressor. Both my generator here, or my welder generator, whatever you want to call it, and my compressor, they both run on gasoline. So it's been a little bit of a pain in the butt. So what I have to do is I brought that little can there is a gasoline can. That's my can. I brought it because they didn't provide it. And I have to siphon gasoline out of my generator into that gas can and then fill my air compressor because they run on gasoline, not on diesel, and we only have the access to get diesel easily. So getting refilled is a pain, but thankfully the generator has a good tank. It has like a 12-gallon tank, so it lasts me quite a while. We got our Cheetah here for doing tires. Got my welding mask, my an extra long sleeve for in case if I'm doing stuff and I don't have long sleeves on. I don't like to burn myself. And got my hoses, got my oxygen and acetylene, my 1-inch impact, and my 2 jack stands. This bucket I use for if I do fuel filters on trucks out in the field. If I'm not near where we have our mobile, I have like a mobile work site where I have like bulk oil and bulk waste tanks. So if I'm out here like at the depot like I am now and I do a fuel filter, I'll put all the fuel in that and seal it up. This toolbox here was with the truck. It doesn't lock. You can tell I kind of made some real janky locks, some locking bars that I just slide a bar in. That way it doesn't fly open. That's kind of what I do. I have already basically emptied this whole thing. It used to be actually full and organized, and then after I took everything out, I just didn't care anymore. Really all I got in it is my torque wrench, and really all I use that for is for torquing down hubcaps. I got my Gorilla tape. I kind of just threw everything in this big drawer. I got an extra sucker back there. All my tapes are in here. We come down here, I have my air hammer set. I got a new bit actually coming from Snap-on. Got my Glad Hand handles that I can charge for trailer systems and stuff like that. Come down here, I have an assortment of lights for trailers and a battery tester. And then over here I got, these are all random metric bolts. I was supposed to get another 4-drawer organizer to make it nice, but since I'm leaving, they're not going to give me that, so I just threw them all in the drawer. Zip ties, very, very common usage. Wheel studs, valve stems, and a couple lug nuts in there too. I got some welding rods, dielectric grease, Loctite, Siliglide, all that type of stuff. RTV, a charger for Milwaukee stuff, and some more welding rods. This is like my welding and torching drawer, my heat gloves, and all my welding equipment, brushes and stuff is in there. This is my roof sealant and wall sealant for patches. And I have brake clean, torches, RTV, silicone spray, all kinds of different, like battery protector, anti-seize, all that stuff is in there. There you go, that's my MIG flux core welder from Harbor Freight. These are my traffic cones I put in front of trailers if I'm ever working on them and I'm not blocking them with my truck. That way people don't hook onto the trailer while I'm underneath it or inside of it. And then I got my magnet trays. And so this is mainly all trailer parts in here. A lot of glad hands, a lot of cover plates, registration holders, stuff like door hardware. I got some patches in there that I use for doing holes and stuff like that. And then I got paint and some white lithium grease here. And then down here, I've got a grease gun, automatic grease gun. I used to have a Sawzall that sat in here. I got an extra cushion ring here and some trash bags. And then I used to have all my riveting kit and all that type of stuff. I had a lot more tools in these drawers for these filing cabinets. Spring for airlines. Spring for airlines underneath trailers. I got my lunch chair. I got my ladder for basically all trailer work and wipers and antennas and stuff. My light checker. I got all my tire tools. So I got my demounter, I got my tire hammer, I got my tire bar, and obviously my jack. Back here, I've got my extra cases of grease, and I've got a 5-gallon pail of 75/90 oil for hubs or hubcaps, anything like that needs oil. And in here I've got door lube to refill my stuff for tires, some extra brake clean cans, and some extra spray bottles in case they break. Down here I got my stick welder from Harbor Freight. So the reason why I have my own welders is, well, because the one they gave me, originally we didn't know where the leads were. Most of the time I have to run a 50-foot extension cord to reach where I have to weld anyways, so it just makes it perfect. It's not like I'm welding anything major, so it just works well with my ones from Harbor Freight to do the welding. My organizer here is like my lifesaver. Down underneath here I got 2 come-alongs that I use for mud flat bars all the time. But basically my top drawer here is all trailer hardware for doors, basically all door hardware and door repair stuff. Next drawer down, this used to have more stuff in it, but got like 3/4 inch bolts, air fittings. Basically this used to have a lot more stuff in it that I took out, but got like plugs for dashes, stuff like that, just random stuff. I kind of just add stuff to this as I need it. This is kind of like my random extra drawer of stuff that I find out I need. Next drawer down is I got, cotter pins, more air fittings, airline repair stuff, more airline repair stuff, a lot of self tappers, razor blade stuff, fairings, screws that I never use that I should just get rid of. I got some caps for hub caps. I got my rivets. My rivet gun only goes up to 3/16, so that's my rivets for doing trailer repairs now and then. More screws, glad hand seals, trailer door parts. It's right there, my bolts and my nuts. And down here is all my main stuff I use. This is the most common stuff I use, is all these bolts along here, but all different sizes. These are all standard big washers for different mud flaps and stuff. Come over here, I got my tire dolly, and so my tires that I carry 8 tires at all times. These 2 bottom ones that says 10 and 8, those are run out drive tires for the tractors. These are 2 new trailer tires on top. This is a run out trailer tire, which means it's used, and then I have 3 new ones underneath that. And then over here for my main toolbox, it's just like my cart. Here's kind of everything I have in it. Just it used to be nice and organized, but now it's not. But over here I got my Torx bits, my Allen keys, my multimeter, my Snap-on test light. I really like extra wires for doing wiring repairs. my electrical repair stuff. I really only use the solder sticks. That's what these are, guys. If you don't know what solder sticks are, I'd highly recommend looking them up. They are amazing for doing wiring repairs. They work flawlessly. I got my 7-way checker for, you know, truck and trailer. Obviously it's different than the regular one you have for a car. Got my wire stripper, all my main sockets that I only use a few of. Over here I kind of just have, this is kind of the only thing I really pull out of here commonly is my panel poppers and my blowgun. Everything else just kind of flies everywhere because as the truck's bouncing around, it just goes everywhere. There's nothing you can do about it. Up here I got my pliers. I got my butane torch and all my main pliers that I use. Now I got these from a Toolbox Widget. I'd highly recommend these. I actually waited for them and spent the money. The Toolbox Widget is awesome. Down here I got, these are all like my metric wrenches. The Toolbox Widget works great, but like I said, I slam around a lot and everything goes flying. And the suspension on this truck is terrible. So stuff gets bounced around. There's nothing I can do about it, but it does a good job. Below that is all my standard wrenches and my wrench extenders, worth the money for sure. Down below that, my hammers. I got my airline tools over here. This is a separator for when your dual wheels get stuck. Pretty cool tool. You can buy them off Amazon. It works really well for separating stuck wheels that are stuck together, stuck to the hub or the drum, whatever. I got my pressure tester that I use to find coolant leaks. My impact driver. I primarily use that to get out Phillips head screws because for some reason a lot of these hardware connections, especially in the trailers, have Phillips head screws and they just strip out. So there's that. I got my dead blow hammer, some extensions that I rarely use, my small ratchets, and my cheater pipe. My main ratchets that I always use are basically my Snap-on 3 ratchets. I got my 1/4 inch, my 3/8, and my 1/2 inch. That's really all I use. I got my brake caging sockets back there, and I got my screwdrivers and all that type of stuff over there. On the side of the cart, I got my pry bar holder and all my different pry bars, all different sizes. Is my Milwaukee drawer. Over here I got my diesel can for doing fuel filters, my gas can like I already talked about. In here I've got my fuel filters that I always use for Volvo, PB blaster. I got some extra door lube which I use for tires. I got 10W30 oil for doing wheel studs and stuff like that when you got to clean them, and then I got some gear oil there for doing hubs. Got my creeper back there, got my safety mask, my safety shield, and my respirator. Up here I got my microwave, and I just run a small extension cord to my generator. That's about, most of my generator's work is to cook my lunch. So, and then back here I got my 2 air hose reels. This is for my 1-inch impact, and everything else I run off of this one. Here by my air compressor, I got my tire cage, my Milwaukee bag here. This is full of basically everything tire that I need is in that bag. Impact in my drill makes it easy because I access them so much. I got Sika leak fluid in the back there, which is awesome for finding leaks. I got my door lube, which I use primarily just for doing tires. Wheel chocks for whenever you're lifting stuff where you're taking parking brakes off the ground. Do that for safety. Got my giant roll of paper towels that I use. Earmuffs, safety glasses, red tags for out of service, my nitro gloves, the best cleaning wipes ever, Tubbo towel to clean myself and my tools with them. And then I got all different types of mud flaps back there, new, used, different brands and names and all that type of stuff. Left side corner over here is real simple. Got my generator. This is actually trash. This usually isn't here, but really I got my extra fire extinguisher that the hose actually broke off today. A knee pad I use all the time, and then my trash bucket. So I dump this out every day. And then here underneath on the driver's side, I have a toolbox here, and this is where the majority of my parts I use are. I got mud flap bars, I got my safety triangles, got all different airlines, pigtails, PSI hoses. I got some wrap for wrapping lines. All right, guys, that's gonna sum it up. That's my service truck. It's been not very kind to me in the last 5 months since it's been my problem to deal with. I put about, I think, between $10,000 to $15,000 worth of parts and labor into it in that time. I had to put a turbo in it, a couple really expensive sensors, drag link, shocks. The brakes are needing replaced. I mean, it is time for this truck to retire or get a serious overhaul. But it's not my problem anymore after 2 days. So anyways, guys, that's going to sum it up. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that it wasn't as organized as I was intending, but when I wanted to make this video a couple weeks ago, I just didn't have the time. But now we got the time, and unfortunately, I just don't have all the tools and all that stuff I had in there. A lot more, basically, we'll call them case tools that I used very rarely, but when you needed them, they were a lifesaver. Stay tuned for more videos, I guess new videos to come with the new company. And we'll see what that service truck that I'm getting is going to be set up like. Probably a couple months before we get that out. But appreciate you guys watching. If you have any comments or questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And stay away from Isuzu service trucks, because don't forget, you are first on scene. And if you're first on scene, you're definitely dead in an accident. So get a hood in front of you. You definitely don't want to just be the hood. So take care, guys. Thanks for watching.